Yo, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Envy.
And your boy Oscar.
Last but not least, your boy Jay.
All right, today we're gonna talk about, is college a scam? Do you get what you're dishing out? Do you get what your money's worth out of
Yeah,
college? What do you guys think?
Y'all want me to take the lead on this?
Yeah,
yeah,
go ahead, man.
All right. My perspective, I don't think you get what you pay for. Especially when you're going to like big time universities and stuff. Um, I mean, maybe Harvard or Yale because they're like those are like after you get your bachelor's. But I'm talking about like the ordinary people that just go get like a bachelor's in English or teaching. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Um, Man, I think it's a big scam. Like they put you in debt, and it's like expensive. You know what I mean? Even like low level colleges that they're not big names or whatever. Like they charge some prices, and like I don't think you get what you pay for, and especially with all these like basic subjects like you got to take basics and or electives, and you gotta take those electives to get a degree. It's like why you got why do I gotta learn how to make clay pots to
yeah,
to be a banker or something, an accountant or something, you know what I mean? I don't know. That, and then I don't know what you guys think.
I think what you were saying, Oscar, was right. As far as people don't even know what you want. How many people change their degrees in college? Like you don't even know what you want. And it was what's the guy that owns the Mavericks? Mark
Mark
Cuban.
Cuban.
Yeah, he said that I'm not gonna pay for my kids' college until I'm gonna let them take 2 years off, a year off, and then figure out what you want to do. I think it was him, but he said I want you to figure out what you want to do, and then I'll pay for it because while you're figuring it out, I'm dishing out the cash. Like it's exactly
Yeah,
what Oscar said. I don't know why you have to take your basics. That should be high school. Take your basics in high school, and then when you go to college, you think, yeah, I want to be this profession, and then you should really study on that profession. You know what I mean? Like, why do
yeah,
you need to be an English major or have your English and you're gonna be a veterinarian? You know what I mean? You gotta
yeah,
mostly study medicine.
Yeah, do research papers and
yeah.
stuff or
Yeah, like, yeah, that's to me. Yeah, I think if you have your passion and you want to be like a veterinarian or something like that, then
Mhm.
yeah, of course, go to college and focus on that. But
You know,
aside from that, from people that just get
yeah,
their degrees just to, I did my 4 years of college just to get my business or whatever, and you don't even use it.
right. I would even want to ask out there: is the degree gonna pay for itself with the job once you get it? So if you're going to school for something, can you at least pay for it? It's like Oscar said, you're running up a bill, you're running up debt. Are you gonna pay that off? So, you know, you really got to ask yourself, and it's true what Mark Cuban said. Are you even ready? And it is. I would even say, are you sure this is what you want to do? Because I agree. Everybody can change their mind, but not when it's costing you thousands of dollars. Another thing is, what does it matter what college you go to? You're learning the same things, but some colleges charge like 3 times more than others.
Mhm.
That's right there is telling you that's a
it's like
scam.
I think
it's like
some,
paying for a brand.
yeah, but oh
Exactly.
yeah, that's what it is. You're paying for the
Yeah.
name. But do some of them they specialize in it, no? In that field? That's why you have to go to like certain colleges because they
Yeah,
specialize
like
in
but
that.
those I think those are like postgraduate. Like those are the ones like if you're going for a 4-year degree, like that really doesn't matter.
You know
But
what's
like if
funny?
you're gonna go to law school and some, like then you gotta go to like
Like
what is it, like Harvard or Yale or something like that.
the people that are on a budget, they know I'm gonna do 4 years in community college and then I'm gonna go to UTEP. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like doing
Mhm.
your basics in community and UTEP doesn't, to me, it doesn't make any sense because they still
Mm-hmm.
transfer, right? The credits to
Yeah,
you.
Yeah,
but even
yeah.
like that,
You have to make sure they transfer because like some they don't transfer. Like some electives or whatever, they might not transfer. But if you go just for like strict basics and you tell them this is where I want to go next, they'll make sure that they transfer.
and that's what I was gonna say. It kind of makes even a good athlete want to go to a bigger school. So that's why I really I would really commend Aaron Jones for staying at UTEP.
Mhm.
He's from here. He stayed at UTEP. He could have gone somewhere else, and he still got picked pretty good, you know. So
Yeah, he still made it.
yeah, you want to follow what everybody else is doing, and this man just said, "No, I'm gonna stay in my hometown," you know. And
That's crazy. No,
how
you
much
gotta.
money do they make off these athletes?
Yeah, that's gonna be it for
Uh,
another subject, man. You guys, we're gonna get into that really deep in that, man, about that because yeah, it's. I know UTEP was struggling for a long time. They were gonna drop their division because attendance. You have to have a certain amount of people in the stands, and if you
Mhm.
don't, it drops your. What is it? What's UTEP right now? It's like
to Division
right,
One,
a Division One.
mm-hmm.
What's below a Division One? Two.
Division Two. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're gonna drop them down to Division Two because
Mm.
let's be realistic. When was the last time you guys went to a UTEP game? How many
True.
UTEP games do you go a year?
I don't go.
Mm-mm.
Me either. I think I've been to one UTEP game, and one time I went to their stadium to see the Dallas Cowboys play. It wasn't even for UTEP. It was
Yeah,
for the Dallas
and you know
Cowboys
the
stadium.
thing about it is, we don't even get our hometown talent here. You get a bunch of guys that you don't even know.
Yeah, that's what sucks. Is you didn't go to high school here, or granted, I don't keep up with sports like that, but
Right.
I do think it sucks because they do go. And Aaron Jones, look at that's what I'm saying, and he made it. Like he went to the NFL.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like yeah, but I do think like they make a
Aaron
lot of
Hernandez
money.
is a sick lineman. He plays
Who?
for the Giants, so Aaron Hernandez, he's really
Wasn't
good.
it? Oh, okay. There's a different Aaron Hernandez because the one I know, he was a tight end for the
No,
Patriots.
not Aaron Hernandez. Was it Aaron
No,
Hernandez?
Aaron Hernandez passed away. That's the
No,
guy
not
Yeah.
him.
prison.
It's another guy. I'll show you. I'll send you the photo so you can post it on here. He plays for the
No,
New York Giants. He's a lineman. He's really
but
good.
and even to back on subject that yeah, like I went to college for electrical and the teacher told us, he straight out told us the first what's it called? Because you have 2 weeks to decide if you want to stay or not, right?
Mhm.
And he told us, you guys can ask me any question, I'm gonna be honest with you. And the counselors would get mad at him because he'll be honest. He wanted you to ask, do you need to go to this school? And his answer would have been no, because you don't. Everything I learned when I graduated from that school, I went to Schneider, which they don't deal with the same kind of electricity. Schneider's high voltage. This one is residential, so it's not. It's like 120, maybe
Mhm.
240 at the highest, but there it's like volts that'll kill you if you touch it.
Mhm.
But so what I learned in school, granted, it got me in there because my counselor put in the application, but you can still apply at Schneider without going to that school. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I have to pay $12,000 to that school for everything. And then when I graduated, I mean, when I ended up leaving Schneider, I totally forgot everything I learned at school. But you looked up YouTube. YouTube will, like you, Jay. Didn't YouTube help you out? Wire your own? So I'm telling you,
Yeah.
YouTube nowadays, and I paid $12,000. I'm not going to say Ayokis.
Yeah.
True.
Um. Uh. I've gone. So I went to community college for basics, and then I never went to UTEP. I was that was my plan, right? I tried to do the online school. Y'all heard about those, like University of
Yeah.
Phoenix? And
Right.
I think those are more of a scam. The online
Really.
ones. Yeah, I think you just pay for like you're just paying for your degree pretty
But
much.
but you get the degree though, right?
Yeah, you get the degree, but you're paying a pretty penny because they're
More than
I
the
think it's
basic?
I think it's just it's I would say half as expensive as as like a
UTEP?
regular, yeah, like regular university, but it's faster. You know what I mean? It is a little faster because they do 6 week classes or whatever. You know
So
what I
it's
mean?
worth it then
I mean, yeah, to some
compared to the
people,
No, you
university.
just said it's
to some
half the
people,
price of UTEP?
yeah,
Oh, well, then yeah, I would say it's worth it because you get the same degree as someone from UTEP. But I think it's like what Jay said. Is it frowned
but it
upon when people
but it's
see it on a when you say I went to the University of
On a
Phoenix?
resume.
Yeah, like as
yeah,
opposed to if you have UTEP on there.
yeah, and that's the thing. That's what I'm telling you. Like I think it's it's somewhat of a scam because like the conception is you're just paying for your degree,
Right.
for
Well,
yeah
all
your
right.
bachelor's.
All right. Quick question here. If does your degree open doors for you?
You know what? I'm gonna answer. Trump said this, man. He said they said, would you rather? What does that saying go? Experience over. How's that? Um, Basically, you compare someone who's been there doing it for years, or if someone that just came out of college. Who would you rather prefer? And they were
Mhm.
saying Trump signed a thing saying that you don't even need to go to college anymore. Experience is better. Which to me,
Mhm.
I would rather have experience because if you get some guy fresh out of out of college, he's not gonna know what you guys are doing. You know what I mean? He's
So
not in that profession.
I think it depends on who you work for. I really do. Depends on what kind of managers or like even like the CEOs and stuff like that. Because like I've been through different companies and they look at it like, okay, well, yeah, we picked this guy because he has a bachelor's. You know what I mean? Like you have 10 years
well,
of
well,
experience.
is that really a cop out though?
It
Was
could
that
be
the
a cop
truth?
out. I
You
mean, I don't
know?
know. You know,
Okay, yeah, like you. If this business, if we had somebody that is a sick editor. He's been doing it for years or whatever. And then you have somebody that's out straight out of college or to handle our business. And there's
Mhm.
one that never went to college, but he's handled so many people. He has a great resume, or somebody that's right out of college and he knows his stuff too. But one has
Nah,
experience. Who would you rather have?
I'd have
I'd
experience.
rather have experience.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But
it,
that you're asking
But
us
that,
that. That
but
that
that's
doesn't
yeah,
mean.
and that's what I'm saying. It's like I think there's still some people. It depends on who you work for, because
Mhm.
there's still some people that value that degree.
yeah, like Schneider, they won't let you get promoted to a supervisor unless you have a degree. Like they went to University of Phoenix
Exactly.
because but they were already supervisors. They just
Hmm.
have the degree now, like a business degree. But so what Jay was saying, you're wasting your money. The funny thing about that is Schneider pays for it. So that I mean that works out for you in the end. But did it really benefit you? Like you it didn't change you. You know what I mean? Some
Hmm.
were even cheating. Like they'll have people do their homework for them.
Mm.
So I mean I don't know how much you have to actually learn,
Hey,
but I guess that's the
yeah.
benefit of doing
Hey,
online, huh?
Hmm.
yeah, you do it on your. A lot of times they let you even do it on your own time, huh?
Yeah, like I
But
said, I went to University of Phoenix, so it was like you had to like at least attend twice a week, right? Like come like do a little discussion twice a week, and then like just do the homework or whatever.
you
So it was
know,
pretty simple.
even when we were in high school, and not even since we were little kids, they would push. You want to go to college? You want to go to college? And I think it's marketing, and then they brainwash even the parents to say that as marketing. Hey, you
I,
gotta go. You want to go to college? You want to go to college?
no,
But what does it really do?
I think for our parents back in the day, it mattered because not that many people went to college. Now everybody and their mom goes to college, so it kind of lost its authenticity, I
Hmm.
guess you would say. Like if everybody goes to it, then what does it really matter? You know what I mean? You're 1 out of 100. When back in the day, it was like 1 out of 10.
I think I have a different perspective because I would want my kids to go to college, right? But obviously it's not for like just a regular accounting degree, or you know what I mean, something a little bit
More
further
passionate.
up. Yeah,
Mm.
more a little bit more passionate, like maybe you know, a doctor or something. Like I mean something like that to that effect, it doesn't have to be a doctor or whatever, but um it's like what did you say right now, Jay? That what did you say right now?
That I feel like they've they've
They
made us
brainwash
all
you,
believe,
right?
and yeah, they
So
made us all believe it. Even our
so
parents.
so in my perspective, right? I think uh college sometimes like you can find yourself there, you know what I mean? Because it's like it's the first time you're like uh
Out
you're
in the real
almost an
world.
adult. You're an adult and you're kind of like out in the real world. It's like kind of like a baby step out in the real world, not just
But you're
like
not in the
like
real world because you're
pushing.
not paying your bills yet. And then
True,
colleges
true,
cost a lot of
but that's what I'm
money.
saying. But like I said, it's like you can actually go to a different college. Like you can live on campus and be like paying bills and stuff like that. So there's that effect. You know what I mean? If it's local, you know what I mean. If it's UTEP or whatever, then yeah, you're not really experiencing the real world. But I don't know. To me, it's like you get to know a lot more people, like a bigger demographic of people. You know what I mean? Because like here, it's like when you go to high school, it's just whatever's in your neighborhood. You know what I mean? But when you go to college or when you go like for example UTEP, right? you got people that are not just from El Paso, they're from other places. You know what I mean? You can meet a different, type of uh ethnic, racial, and just I don't know. It's an experience. You know what I mean?
I guess I wouldn't want that. I'm opposite of Oscar. My kids, I'll only make them. Well, not even make them. You can make them, but I'll tell them if you want to go to college, like if you want. But if you're trying to figure yourself out, motherfucker, I don't think it should be college, man, because that's costing a lot of people money. You figure yourself out in your room. You tell me what you like eventually want to do, and we'll help you with that. But if you're gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna spend 4 years in college and then I'll decide," the hell you are. Like you better go to community college for that.
Yeah,
Like
you
Oh
go
yeah,
4
yeah.
years and figure out you don't want to be there after all.
I'll always recommend community college. It's the
yeah, but
best
then
place
you
to
can't.
start.
It's what you said. You can't expect get the real world like you
You know,
because you're gonna be living at home.
yeah, you know what? One of the bad things about that is that we push college instead of pushing a passion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So you just think, okay, if I go to college, I got it. That's it. I got it
you're
figured out, and
you're
that's
pushing
not it.
the
Yeah,
money.
that's not it. And that's what I'm saying. Are we brainwashed to also push that? Because when we get there, we're going to say, well, what am I doing here? So you're there for the experience. That's a lot of money to be wasting and time to be wasting for
I guess
experience.
I guess it all comes down to the person because I can tell you right now, college isn't made for everybody, and college is not made for
Yeah.
me. Like I can't. Oscar, like we said before, like I said before, Oscar's book smart. That's not me. Like my brain cannot focus to save my life. Like, and
Uh,
I honestly don't think.
What, your
just,
mom
just
did your homework there too?
just no, no, no. Just for the record, I didn't finish college, guys. Just
No,
for the
but
record.
that's what I'm saying. I couldn't even go like that because I can't focus like that. And it's not. And trust me, I sat there and I told myself, yes, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And your brain just doesn't function the same way. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
you don't. You can't retain things, the same things. Like it's different for me. So
It would. I think it would with a passion behind it because you got your certification for electrical.
yeah, but yeah, again, like it's what Jay said. There's a
Hmm.
passion behind it. That's what I
Yeah.
wanted to do, and they
Yeah.
didn't study English. They didn't study any of that. They just taught me what I wanted to know, what I needed to
Hmm.
know.
Did you ever take a aptitude test, like a job
No,
aptitude test? No.
no.
Oh, those are good. Like you take this aptitude test, and it's like, and it goes like from weird questions. It could be like from 50 to 100 questions, and it'll kind of like guide you where it's like, oh, like your personality meets this kind of like career. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Sometimes that might not need college, or it might need college. You know what I mean? But it always depends.
Yeah, I don't
Wow.
know. I just think I don't think college is for everybody. I do think. I mean, granted, if you wanna be a doctor, I want my doctor to have went to college. You know, and probably even the best of them. And I want you to go to the highest college, but if it's like if you don't know what you want to do, there's other
Yeah.
things that a lot of things that don't take college. Even most
Yeah.
CEOs of companies,
Mhm.
one they suffer from ADD and they suffer from
Dyslexia.
yeah, they can't focus like
Hmm.
and they're CEOs of companies, but they they're their own. They made that business and then they became the CEO of it, of course. So you don't need always a college degree to make a lot of money. Most millionaires don't even have a college degree. Most billionaires.
Yeah. I think passion, drive, determination. Just those are a few characteristics that'll really, really help you. And I'm not knocking college. I'm just saying I think it's all about the money for them. And then they dropped it down to high school. So in high school, they tell you, don't you want to go to college? And even middle school, and they keep trying to prepare you for that. But they're pretty much just preparing you to get into debt. And that's what I see that's ugly. It's a
Yeah,
scam. I feel like
yeah. I
it's a
think that's
scam
the
that they
biggest
treat
scam.
us and since we're kids.
Hey, real quick. So, uh, Biden proposes like,
Free
well, not
education.
Biden, but yeah, free education. I know like will, far left Democrats want free education, free
Hey,
college.
hey, and really
Y'all
quick,
agree for that?
yeah, agree with that 100. You know, we're one of the one countries that do that, that charge for education. Most countries don't.
Yeah.
But anyways, really quick, my school, it doesn't exist anymore. They like BIT. I also went to BIT for a little bit for a semester, dropped out. They closed down. My school that I went to closed down. It's usually, if you guys see it, it's on De Trevino, where we live. That corner of the Lich Vino right there. Anyways,
Mhm.
usually they switch. And I think because of that, like they know that what they're selling isn't really, you know what I mean? And then they go
Hmm.
bankrupt, then they open up another school. Then they go bankrupt and they open up another school. Like I just think it's a scam. Like if it was really that good, why wouldn't they be standing right now? The school that I
Hmm.
went to isn't there anymore.
Mm,
Both those
mm,
schools.
mm.
You know what I mean?
You
Yeah.
ain't having a 10-year reunion.
Yeah. And I had still some of my classmates on Facebook, but
Mm,
and some of them followed it. Like they ended up being master electricians. I think like one out of like 300.
Hmm.
mm.
But it took me, I mean, I was cool where I ended up, but it wasn't going to ever get me certified like to be a master electrician. You have to stay in the field. And I stayed in the field ish, but not enough to become a master.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think you just got to settle down. I mean, really think about what you want to be. Don't jump into college
Hmm.
thinking you're going to find all your answers. I just think if you realize that's where you want to go, cool. Like even if you take a year or two off and you work in the
Yeah.
real world, get a job, do that,
Make sh-
and
yeah,
then
make sure
decide.
your career pays for
Yeah,
your degree.
and
Don't
Yeah.
and you're gonna
yeah.
realize, is it worth it? Like, okay, if it's worth it, then hell yeah, I'll work for it. Like,
So,
I'll do
yep.
it.
Supply and demand. You got to
Yeah.
make sure that you're going to be in demand.
Hmm.
That's another thing. Don't go into what everybody else is following because you're gonna end up with a crappy job and just in debt, like I did. I still owe my $10,000, man. Still trying to get around that. Hopefully,
Hey,
Biden helps me out with that. Biden, if you're listening to that podcast, help me out, brother.
hey,
Send me a lifeline.
kids, parents, we're not saying don't go to college. We're not condoning that. We're just saying find a passion first.
Yeah.
And and
Before you pay the money.
I
Hmm.
promise you, college will be a lot easier when you find a passion
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it
because
won't be work. It won't
yeah,
be a
just that I'm gonna tell you the same thing Jay said. It sucks because they are gonna make you learn other things that you really
hmm
aren't gonna take into your field, which is dumb. Exactly what my school did. It cut all that bull out and it helped me just focus on what I wanted to do. I think that's what college should be. But how else are they gonna charge you? How are they gonna charge you for all those other books and all that if you went straight
maybe
to
we
your
should
field?
maybe we should try to go work at a university.
I'll be a
That's where the
counselor.
money's at.
You know where the money's at? Insurance. For car insurance? Tell me
Oh,
they don't stick it to you.
Mm.
That
Oh
yep.
yeah, they
Red
do.
Lawyer knows what he's doing, man. We're gonna be the next.
Yeah.
You guys look out for hype insurance, right? Hype Npire insurance, right? You guys be on the lookout for that.
We're gonna have guys on the corner dancing,
Yep.
or us.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna be parked in front of our house with our light show, all right? It's gonna be better than
Yeah.
there's gonna be three houses all next to each other. We're gonna own the block.
Hmm.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. Let us know. Again, we're not knocking college.
Yeah.
We're all for passion. That's all we're talking about.
Hmm.
College isn't for
Mhm.
everybody. We just want you to follow your passion. Love y'all. God bless. Hey, smash that like button, subscribe, share the video if you haven't already, man. Love y'all. God bless. To the next.